opulent snakes and ladders on which bullion with ice pillow gets kippered on merit, gutless peeling in virtue, a bouquet of life, the lawn decibel noise reduction panels and the doors are closed. Squinting gables through premium petrol curls up a secluded Ponte Giardino, and down with our enemies rest on cash in chub-stained dawn ruses. You can't chasten a flower-filled consort of fair ideals the subordinates keep keening on some cordoned fence crusted in doobaloons and tracky bums. Poor bleeders piss off and die like a rat in the rubbish. Gilt Fletchers in Teutoburg Forest as autumn of Euro ketchup, nothingness, and never today. This is called in Surrey. I'm not from Kent, by the way. I'm just being disarticulated there. A crap misaimed bottle of sable colour wired together in a clop of blondish tuff, asking for dodo meat again outside, for old time's sake. An obsolete light stills the silk jackets out in a cookin melt. Brittle toenails to the sun purloin in defect, black prill the sweet air, wherein my joys are a chest pain under the drooping floors, its sartor chorus of imperium hard-ons. This soil is grace and favour like Eve's, shaded long in a psychodrama. Submissive, loyal to portfolio marquee, screening the kindred grandeza in nacreous snail trail, all popped, white collar clubmen moo in tandem, Toby jugged, Rainine dinner speech muzzle the coffers, mine, hence not yours. There was a funny little placard in the COVID kind of anti-mask idiots, which kind of was cut off. It was truncated and it said, "I am free, I am not man, a number." I don't know if you've seen that, but it's bloody hilarious. It's great, and there's just some bullish, UKIP degenerate guy standing underneath it. It's beautiful. Anyway, I've never read this poem. I realise it's quite a strange one. Bombardier. The vein of leaf provides early warning signs of danger, like a plume in the industrial furnishings. Remember, nothing changes hands now. Hands have gone to heaven, with Rose's bedstride slipping under the structural adjustment program. Reached a flotilla of budding poppies, I lock out all of the tantrums of mine inside a pseudo-adult children, crying wall to wall in Burton Montagues. Kicked me in, went pan-barbaric, my swaddling clothes cut up like meat at dinner. I retained my backbone mind, filed combat mode, eating alone with birch buds nightly, long and hard in the shit, muted, you fleckless lily prudes, days of sunshine and youth mount guard, cold mud, hardly a day passing without the mortal cod, this my metal in plastic nerve. Where is my justice of peace? Outside, old men, one heart valve, you exit, the perimeter is everything, a pantaloon splits in the craven mind, the wind blows on plucky wooden strings. People, they make you laugh, people. Still, it's about personal honour, faintly stinking, giggling into the sea, so be it. And now they want our milk. Well, that's business. 101. Pennies don't fall from heaven, drearies. We've curved the vapours of Hades while they sniff albumin of Satanists out of Dodge and into the broadside pleasure land, sing and valse away with coats and hats and so on. reached a flotilla of budding poppies. I locked out all the tantrums of mine again, eat my loam with birch buds twice nightly. They make you laugh, people. You, Sir Pigate, you admit an air of Benthamite utilitarianism. Christen it simple and morally good action. Repeat on Christmas, roasting animus. It is necessary, remember, plain and simple, and you must. Mast for service, silence for speech. Listen, salvium I am facito to dominum. A reshoof was served up and you didn't eat it. An invisible hand shudders over you ever since. Remember why 2 silver spoons you couldn't. Red nose in the Church of England prayer book. Kiss tight to bursting heart after dusk sin die. Get backbone dragged behind. Saw old growing ripening inside. Boys, remember running through reeds and rushes. Parbellium my legs. Boys and the pulse. Bin of lilies. Get backbone drag behind. Ripening inside. My sacerdotal dad made of dust. Bigger than your dad. Also made of dust. I wish him a strange sort of happiness. They make you laugh, people. There is no pain. 2 silver spoons, there is only angels gulping salt water, everlasting. I see my sin abraises with imminent grist. I call it Masher, king of misbehaving, and sitting in bows, preparing a brief speech to the assembled boys, now men. No pain, no, just calendric time, days of sunshine and youth. Do not wash Cobnut. It is the tenderest love bite I've ever hastened. Could you saw that spot, rubber dub? Here, my final demand, my masher. Death approaches, call me Dave. Here, my desert island discs, Adagio for strings, or my old man is a dustman, depends on who's asking. Time have I got? Yeah. And then I've got these sort of other poems about place. Coming. One of which is in a strange sort of post-industrial wasteland, if you will, called Sittingbourne. That's where I actually lived for a bit. So for to mourn here each day, the Tudor rose is 99p, and the king loses nothing. On clay substrate sinking again midstream, in dead grass with wrecked boats where nothing lives, from Recreation Way to Green Porch Close, and Holy Trinity Church, sometimes in grasswort and golden sapphires. For protection against the hard reed bed, look out at the swale. Under the new EU directive is brown red, and the unpeopled estate is the mud of UK paper, where the Fleet Streets conspired against the migrant moths near Ridham Docks, known by their fruits of Euromix concrete. Oh, watch Ward over Vale at Christmas 1454, as the topsoil yields a silver penny that the mad Jean carried from France, and the container board a red knot on Roman walk badly paved whistling postman, not from France but from Bourne, stands, sometimes sits, but does not beg, for it is charity, and he is old and stays in the memory like the Battle of Britain or a Christmas fire. I would walk the creek near pipes of Milton pipes and on out the earth and not say nothing. I would go to the Saxon Shoreway, formerly Church Marshes Country Park, formerly a disused landfill site, to Toy Town, stand in the middle of Palm Tree Roundabout or with Pylon in the middle and ask, blind men, where am I? Under venerated springs or a post-industrial pilgrimage. and said the song as a place of inns and bore most where it ought not to bear at all, and it did not bear at all where it ought to have been born most. And I'll do one more. So I'm reading them off my phone, which I particularly like. This one's called Potter's Bar, also where I lived. See, all over the place. A nomad. At one point when I was 10 years old, I thought there was a strange period of time when I collapsed 9/11 with the Potter's Bar train crash. I thought they were the same thing. I don't know what. Signal passed at danger Hatfield to King's Cross, and the gale time locks of Theologian at a 45-degree resurrection from the bridge over Drake's Lane. The masonry falls again, where the cypress ferns empties glint off of mock Tudor cul-de-sacs. It's for the children's sake, like mud mounds or butterfields under pylons, where there are Blakean children under the London Orbital. Its ceiling concrete to runic prophecies, and walking is a virtue, would go to the garden city for ginger and Irish soda bread, like ancient drovers' tracks, the sprawl of London, where the unicorn wears a crown of moss and gets buried along the whole 127-mile city turned inside out, and salvage at least one cobbled hill still twisting about a living good humming on you, and come clean in flashes the whole 127-mile. Watch rats on Mutton Lane beneath your shoe pillboxes, grey cement gnomes in the morning outside the Umbanda temple behind a St. George flag configured into popcorn, cigarettes and hard cider. The spirit of the Green Man is by VPS security.